I-94. I just got into the vehicle. We want to put her in our seatbelts. Center square our rear mirror through the back window. We're going to do a startup. I'm going to put my foot on the brake. This has a key fob. You always want to put your foot on the brake. Car just started up. We always want to look around because there could be kids, debris on the road. We've done our walk around the vehicle, and you're going to see me use the wiper. Always like a moment for the car to warm up. I'm looking left and right. Whoa, that was the car that went by. You saw what happened. So we got to be aware. That's why you always look around. You can't look for that sensor to save you. You got to save yourself. Okay? So we want to turn the wheel. We want to look around. And then we want to be aware of our surroundings. It's a beautiful day. You're going to be joining me on the computer. I'm going to help you learn. I'm going to help you reach your goals. And then we will celebrate when we all get our license and our permit. So one of the most common things that I see is beginning drivers not stopping. You want to have a complete stop. This is a regulatory sign, S-T-O-P. We want to move forward. We're going to turn on our left turn signal. We're going to be heading toward the downtown area. A lot of cars here, a lot of energy going. So we want to settle down for a moment and be aware. When there's a gap, we're going to go ahead and go. And we're going to leverage power. You hear that motor picking up? Woo! Oh man, that was good. So you have to mentally be ready. When you get out onto the street, the rules are different. Safe driving, lane line reference, good speed control. We have to take our time. And of course the flock, safety cameras. So all of these things will give us indicators, just like Toronto, just like Detroit, just like Manhattan, New York, just like Houston, Texas, just like Honolulu, Hawaii, just like Washington, D.C. We all need to focus our goals and have safe driving together. So I'm going to take you through this journey. We're going to do part 1 now. We're going to do part 2 in the afternoon, and then we're going to evaluate both. So I'm scanning the intersection, taking time. We always want to take our time, and this is why Gratiot is such a great road to go on, because it's going to teach you good speed control, pedestrian awareness, lane line reference, space coordination, and overall comfort. It does take time. T-I-M-E. This is why we're doing the Masterclass in the morning, so you can look at it at your leisure. We're about 40, 42 miles an hour. We do not want to tailgate anyone. Tailgating is also another danger. And if we get close to cars, we lift our foot. The car to my right, they're not used to blinker, they're in a hurry. So we want to practice a 3-second space cushion. All the terms I'm using are tied to driver's education. Adult learning how to drive, runaway truck ramp. So we're taking our time and keeping our space. I see the Maverick ahead of me, the white Dodge Ram, and the Ford Escort. We're keeping space. The number one reason why people get tickets and crash, they're in a hurry. If you can't see the rear of the tires on the ground, you are too close. There's a large cargo truck behind me. It's not a race in the morning, just to prepare you for your morning. You see the Maverick up there, you see them cut lanes. It's not even necessary. We can drive at the legal speed limit, still learn how to drive, You can still have everything you want, but you have to invest. You just got to go for it. So I'm your adult instructor. I'm Myles, and I'm going to take you through your journey. They want to cut over, but they can't. So we're in a wolf pack right now. Not like animals, but a wolf pack of cars. The light's red up there, no sense in speeding. The Maverick is clearly tailgating. And you'll learn driver behavior as you learn how to drive. We're going to make a lane change to the left. We're going to increase our following distance. Okay. I'm looking ahead at the intersection. I see the red car. I see the light. I see the vehicles pulling out. Your instructor will ask you questions about the environment, like the white truck that cut off the Maverick. We're down in the Mount Clemens Trap area. We've done a lot of tutorials here. Takes about 10 minutes to settle down. I'm still keeping my space. That was a little close. I'm not liking it. You won't always have warnings when drivers slow down or change lanes. So you have to keep your space cushion. We're on a one-way. A lot of downtown areas, downtown Detroit, downtown Manhattan, New York, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown San Diego, downtown Washington, D.C., downtown Honolulu, Hawaii, downtown Wichita, Kansas. Have these one-ways to get traffic in and out. I'm really starting to relax a little bit. I'm looking left, middle, and right. We're on a 4-lane thoroughfare right now. We see the red light, so we're going to squeeze our brake and take our time. T-I-M-E. We see the Jaguar ahead of us. We see the Buick. We see the GMC. I'm looking ahead, I see the red light. So it's no sense in hitting the gas really hard or cutting off cars. We see the Cadillac Escalade. You see the Jaguar set us up for failure? You see how people cut off like that? If you're not paying attention, you will rear end someone. We had a rear end collision almost on the weekend we were videoing, but the client had really good space and distance, so we were fine. F-I-N-E. As you can tell, the intensity is starting to pick up. We have a long time before we hit that's a failure. You see the black Jaguar in the middle of the intersection, that's a fail. Stop behind the stop line, L-I-N-E. That's sloppy, that's a fail, and that's a dangerous maneuver. So if I was driving them, we would go back to the DMV. Learn from the mistakes of others. I have the white Maverick behind us that's speeding, and it does make you think a little bit, and you check in the mirror, but we got to look ahead. Isn't this a beautiful day? Beautiful day to learn how to drive. Beautiful day to get your permit. A beautiful day for a truck runaway ramp, which is used in case the truck's brakes go out. A lot of you are finding my content by putting in those keywords. Thank you. Okay, we keep in good space. I'm going to count from the yellow sound. 1001, 1002, 1003. We have a 3-second following distance. That's great. The black Jeep does not. It just changed lanes. My hands are at 10 and 2, so I have great speed control. I see the Jaguar. There's nowhere to go. They can't go anywhere. They're going to have to go over 1, 2, 3 or 4 lanes. And really, that's a waste of energy and blind spot checking. And if you take your time to learn, I understand many of you are 25, 35, 45, and some of you are under 25. I look at the analytics. I'm here to serve you and help you. This is your drive. This is you learning. We can't go any faster. We are stuck in the Gratiot thoroughfare. I don't care how fast you want to go, you can't. We're stuck at about 40 miles an hour, even though it's 45. Really peaceful. I'm in the silver car's blind spot, so I want to either speed up or slow down. This could be a still green light, and then the next light apparatus is called a hawk. Not like the animal, but this light we're passing is a $500,000 addition in many communities. I've had adult learners go up on the boulevard, the median, because they're looking down. Look ahead. Pretty peaceful. Keeping good space. The burgundy vehicle did not use a blinker. We're almost up to the I-94 expressway, and then we'll be able to show you how to merge. I'm taking my time. Let's go ahead and change lanes, and I'm going to show you how to accelerate. We don't need to be by them, so we're going to change lanes. And now we're going to readjust our braking. And what we did was, okay, I don't want you to feel trapped. T-R-A-P, trap, E-D, because a lot of cars will just sit there, and we're going to maintain. And I'm laughing at the person that gave me a thumbs up. They must know that I'm doing a good job. That's wonderful. So you never know. But we're going to live our best life. We're always going to. And I want you to know what people think and what people do. But you can't worry. A lot of you will worry about that. And we're not going to worry. We're going to live our best life. And that's all we can do, is live our best life. And you see people cutting off, setting up for failure. So we're just taking our time. We're being safe. I see people checking mirrors. I'm going to get over to the right. And it's not about cutting off cars. It's about fitting into the zipper merge. Some people wait. They're late mergers. I'm early. It really depends on how you're taught. How do you learn? Oh, there's a bad exhaust smell. Now, this is where a lot of you will panic. We have a solid white line. New York, Michigan, Texas, in some states it's prohibited to cross the white line. The car behind us did. It's no rush. It's no hurry. We're going to turn on our left turn signal, and we are going to merge out. I always want to have an out or space, the SIPDE process, and I kept room. I don't want to rely on another driver to let me in. Okay, we're changing lanes. You see me checking blind spots. It's serious right now. We're going to keep space. We're scanning left, middle, and right. You feel the energy pick up. You have to mentally be aware. And this is where you really learn how to drive. All right, taking our time, analyzing information. You can see people cutting over. The speed limit is 70. We're at 30 miles an hour. And if you're not listening and mentally engaged, you will sideswipe or rear into someone, the most common type of collision. So it is not this serious. We're keeping good space. I have the white Cadillac, the Ford Super Duty, the Denali, Yukon. I'm just keeping space. I'm going to come from the bridge, following distance 1001, 1002, 1003. We're about a 3-second following distance. Stay consistent. That burgundy F-150 looks pretty nice. Okay, we're scanning. Got Equinox, Journey. You can feel the energy picking up. We have to stay with the flow. Very nice. We're moving pretty good. Get over one lane to the right, accelerate through. Now I'm going to lift my foot. We accelerated through the gap. It is 7:32 Eastern Standard Time, so we're going to practice doing some merges. The Burgundy Bronco did not use a blinker. Another fault, almost an accident. You see and you learn. Okay, I'm gonna look over my right shoulder. Now I'm lifting my foot. I'm keeping my following distance. Let's count from the bridge. 1001, 1002, 1003 to be with me. All right. Now we're gonna get up at 10 mile. Right about now, turn on your turn signal up. Foot's off the gas. Good. We're going to squeeze our brake. I'm going to stay in the middle lane, L-A-N-E. I'm scanning the intersection. I can't trust this driver because they don't use blinkers. Another driving error. Another driving error. That's how accidents happen. So I hit them with the horn to let them know you would have failed. Okay, let's talk about the 4,000 RPM merge. Here we go. 4,000 RPM merge. We're out. We're learning. Getting that speed up. Getting the carbon off the valves. We're out here about 4,500. Good. Power was pulled out through the computer. That's a consistent merge. Then we want to lift our foot, go around the curve, and relax. So we're going to readjust our following distance. And now we're going to get off on 9 mile and practice merging again. Okay, we turn on our right turn signal up. Now we cancel it, and then we're going to squeeze our brakes. Warning sign tells us traffic light ahead. We have a semi-truck, Chrysler 300, and a Jeep. Several cars just red lights. And whenever we slow down, you always have to look around. Okay, we're keeping space. Good morning, I want to welcome you in. The semi-truck will throw off timing. The driver is shifting that 18-speed manual. And we're going to come out about 3,000 RPMs instead of the recommended 4 because of this semi-truck. And going through the I-94 corridor, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. Okay, here's our 3,500 merge. There we go. That was pretty good. Normally we have to be at 4,000. Okay, we're going to make a lane change. You see me checking blind spots. Okay, and now we're in the middle lane. We're going to take our time. T-I-M-E. The Chrysler 300, the Lincoln, and then the Ford. No, that is a Ford F-150. Right, we're going to take our time, and we're going to have to get off at 8 Mile, and then we're going to practice. So I'm going to squeeze my brakes. We're dropping speed, and we see the red light because we're looking ahead. And then we're going to come up to the stop line. You felt those brakes hit, and we stopped. Now you want to look around, check mirrors, because cars can be coming up. We have a green. I'm looking, I'm checking. Green does not mean go. Green means you look. All right. And we're looking around the curve, looking for pedestrians, cars. And this is another part where beginners fail. They ignore the warning sign. And I see cars coming from the left, and you have to be aware. And then we want to come up and stop. You saw that guy looking, checking blind spots. So we're going to stop. S-T-O-P. Now we're going to get over to the left lane. Okay. There's quite a bit going on, but we want to still continue to elevate and do a good job. Got that X3. If you don't pay your bill, your car is going to get repossessed. That's the repo man. Okay. Angry recovery. I want to stay away from that. Pay your bill. So look, whenever you're stopped, you should be looking out of your back window. I see the car behind me. I'm scanning to the left, 8 Mile. I'm looking straight ahead. The lights are on the delay for safety. I see the Ford Escort. I'm looking around, taking my time. T-I-M-E. And we're breathing for a second. It's been pretty intense so far. There's been a lot going on. Cars merging, people giving us the thumbs up. So the light's on the delay. So green, then a red. You see it. It's red, then a green. We need to call our local agency. Okay, so we can go straight or turn. I'm not sure what they're doing. Okay, that's dangerous too. So we hit them with the horn. Got to use your blinker. Don't assume drivers know what they're doing. Okay, we got to get this 4,000 merge. All right, we have this 4,000 merge. Got to come out again. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yes, that was a pretty good merge. About 4,300. Got to readjust. So you want to readjust and make sure that you are understanding the merging principles. We're going to readjust for speed and take our time. We're not done yet. This is a Masterclass, beginning driver class, learning how to drive, truck runaway, speed control. So we're going to continue. Time is pretty good. So we're going to continue learning how to merge, learning how to be a defensive driver as we get closer to Detroit, Chicago, Dallas, Texas, Los Angeles, California, Honolulu, Hawaii. We're going to have more people who are out on the streets. So we have to practice defensive driving. We're going to keep good speed and good space. We're going to continue. And we will be getting off at Caju, a very small, tight I-94 exit. We're on the I-94 interstate. And this will take you to Detroit. This will take you through Chicago. This will take you through Gary, Indiana. This will take you up through to near Iowa. So we're looking around the curve. A lot of cars here, a lot of speed. And we don't want to get caught. See how the car cuts us off? They took our space cushion. Now I'm going to turn on my right turn signal. They got cut off too. That's how accidents happen. We're going to model better behavior. Okay, you see the backup, and we're going up slow. because we do not want to get rear-ended. Okay, just taking our time. They're in a hurry. We're going to turn on our left turn signal. Remember, whenever we're on a ramp, we're looking out of our back window. You'll get marked down if you don't, because you see the car pulling up on me. We have to take our time. We need to see the Honda. There's another car coming up the ramp to the right, a Ford, and we're going to move up. Just being patient. Keeping space. If we can't see the rear of their tires, you're too close. That truck has active exhaust. You can see the first two, they're open. If you want to have performance, you would push a button and the full exhaust would open up. This Traverse is also all-wheel drive. And then they also have a trailer hitch. So you want to find a vehicle that suits your needs. You are under 30, so you might be rolling in that Mustang convertible. Mr. Beast is from North Carolina, so that convertible is nice, but your top can't get cut if you're in a lover's triangle or people are jealous of you. Our football coach had that happen. But if you have a family or you tow or you're going to different events, the Traverse might be more of, quote unquote, your speed. So I like that Traverse. More room. I'm tall. I'm 6'4". So you want to be comfortable. Okay, we're going to be coming up. Okay, I don't know why I'm smiling. I don't know what's going on. Okay, and then I'm going to make my turn. And now we have to deal with lane line reference. And we want to stop behind the line. So this is Detroit. This is Chicago. We want to move forward. I'm looking for a gap. Here's my gap. I make my turn. Sorry about that. These Detroit, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles streets we're going to pick up. Now we're going to get up to that 4,000 RPM merge. We're accelerating up. And we're out here. Oh man, that was a good merge. You want to be able to merge. Merges should be seamless. It does take work. W-O-R-K. But a lot of beginners don't want to work. Okay, we're going to get off at Ross and we're going to practice another merge. The stop sign is for the service drive. I had a lot of adult drivers stop and then driving error and fail. Okay, you want to see the rear of the tires. Same principle. Not principle in terms of boss, but principle in terms of learning. We have good lane line reference. We're going to take the crossover, and then what do we always do? We look out of our back window. We see the gray GMC. We see a white Honda coming up. We see a Ford. You have to look around and see your environment. If you don't see your environment, you will get hit. We have the Journey ahead of us. We have a minivan behind us. Look around, see your environment. Your invisible tester will have a clipboard, and then they're going to look at information, and seeing is believing. Here's my clipboard, final road skills evaluation. I have everything here you need, and we're going to take you through the whole process. So you see me looking. You have to have that defensive driving mindset. Okay, we're going to go through the crossover. Not like in basketball where I crossed you over and 2 steps and I dunked on you, but a crossover to learn. Okay, we have to come up and stop. This is another fail point. We stop. S-T-O-P. We look, we check. Clear. Now, let's practice our merge again. All right, we have to get that 5,000 RPM merge, and we're up to 3,500 now. And we're going to get up to 4,500. We got up to 4,500. We weren't able to hit our shift point. So we'll have to back off. And then I see the Canadian truck driver turning on the 4-ways because there's a traffic backup. So we're going to turn on our blinkers. And it's just poor that we can't judge proper distance. You will be marked down. All right, we're squeezing our brakes again, and we're behind a Buick LaCrosse. And then what did I tell you? You have to look out your back window. You'll see a Ford coming up. So we're praying and hoping that we don't get rear-ended, because that can happen. I had several clients get rear-ended because they slam brakes. Don't slam brakes. If you just joined me, I'm Myles. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We're talking about how to drive a car, how to deal with Gratiot thoroughfare, how to drive on the I-94 interstate through Detroit, through Chicago, through to Gary, Indiana. So we want to take our time and keep space, S-P-A-C-E. And we see the car ahead of us. Got the 4K camera, the lights flickering. So we were being patient. And we're in the left lane, you can tell by the yellow. And then we have the solid white. That is to discourage people from crossing. I'm a state certified driving instructor, 24 years of experience. We put together the channel, and then it's called Driving with Myles, to help you learn how to drive. He could get struck by a car, so I don't understand. He could get hit. That is so dangerous. But some people live by danger. We always want to be aware of pedestrians, but some people put their life in jeopardy, and we're not judging. We're just simply saying that people aren't aware and people could get struck. Okay. Yes, teens need a place to go. There's a lot of teen takeovers across Detroit, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, Manhattan, New York. Teens need structure. Young teens, young adults, for driver's education, social emotional learning, responsibility. Driving does not make you an adult. It teaches you responsibility. I want you to be aware of this. I realized a greater responsibility, and every day I put my life in jeopardy. You see the videos, a lot of near misses. So we have to take our time, T-I-M-E, no blinker. So that's a driving error. My blinker is clearly on. And then we're going to turn on our left turn signal. We're going to merge into the left turn lane. I'm going to stay behind the stop line. You should be able to see that. And we're waiting. This is one of the most difficult, that look like my cousin, my nephew, I should say. This is one of the most difficult turns and maneuvers right now. As a beginner, you have anxiety. We've got to watch traffic. There's a pedestrian walking in the middle of the street that could get struck. We have to be a defensive driver. And I'm checking mirrors. You see me looking around, and I'm waiting for a gap. That person is just walking in the middle of the street, free wheel. That could not end good. So I'm looking for blinkers. I'm looking at drivers. I'm looking at timing of lights. Getting a little anxious. Here's our blinker. There we go. This guy's literally just walking in the street. Sorry. All right, we're going to go ahead and accelerate up. We got to get our 4,000 merge. I want to welcome you in. And we're going to get our speed up to 4,000 RPMs. All right, and I'm lifting my foot because there's a huge backup. Okay, I'm taking my time, T-I-M-E, and we're being patient. Okay, we have to readjust. There was a pedestrian walking in the middle of the street. Morass, we're practicing merging, getting on, getting off. Okay, and use your blinker. Have good speed and good space. The stop sign is for people on the service drive, but they don't pay attention. And we're going to be in the middle lane. We're going to take our time. Oh, okay. All right. So we're stopped. We're really close to the bus, as you can tell. The lights are on a delay because people run these lights. We want to take our time and be patient. Okay, so I'm trying to be calm. I'm looking around, checking traffic, and I want to show you this. You got to look around. You got to check traffic. You have to be aware of what's going on. Green does not mean go. Do you realize we could get broadsided and hit people run these lights all the time? So we're going to be patient and look and check. That's the car behind us with a really dark tint. I'm looking, I'm checking, I'm being patient. See? And then we're going to continue. And I'm taking my time. I'm looking, checking traffic, readjusting speed. You tell we're in the city, the grass needs to be cut. In Detroit, Chicago, Manhattan, New York, Honolulu, Hawaii. So we're going to turn on our right turn signal and have a complete stop. S-T-O-P. Now we're going to make our right turn. We're turning hand over hand, and we turn out. You're learning how to drive. This is for beginning drivers. And I'm going to make a left turn, blinkers on. I'm going real easy. Okay? I turn on our right turn signal. Turn our wheel. And then we're going to turn on left turn signal. I used a blinker for a purpose and a reason. Now we're going to do angle parking. Now let's review our lesson. Critical skills. Selects the nearest lane. When you're turning, turn in the nearest lane. Next, checks traffic. You see me checking mirrors, looking left, looking right. Next, verbalizes adequate gap for maneuvers. I always leave space. I always have an out, O-U-T. That's just in case you have an accident. Someone's tailgating you, a domestic situation. Turns in the proper lane, L-A-N-E. Next, visual skills. Identify targets, trucks, cars, people. Next, searches 15 to 20 seconds ahead. When I ask you what color the light is, I'm teaching you to look ahead. Next, turns head to identify target prior to turning. If we're going left, I should see you looking left. If we're going right, I should see you looking right. Next, able to judge stopping distance and adequate following distance in seconds. I always was pretty consistent at a 3-second following distance. Okay, really important. Checks mirrors regularly. Inside mirror, driver side mirror, passenger side mirror. All these cars don't stop. They run stop signs. I'm not kidding you. That's our crossing guard over there. These people don't stop. Oh my God. You will fail your test if you don't stop. Okay, I keep trying to tell you this. Next, steering. Have my hands at 10 and 2 or 9 and 3. I have all the information here. Because I'm a state certified instructor, I can verify. You can do fact check. Use proper hand positions. Use this a push-pull when you're going around a curve. Use this hand over hand when you're reversing in a parking lot, parallel parking, steering and backing. You got to be able to back up straight. You put your right hand on the passenger seat. This turns your torso so you can look out of the back window. You see that sunshine in the back. Next, vehicle control when backing or turning. Don't turn the top of the wheel too fast. Dangerous maneuvers. You strike or curb. You sideswipe a car. You run a light. You fail to yield. Automatic termination. Let's continue. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. You need to be locking in. You must subscribe. 24 years of experience. Taught over 10,000 adults and teens. No one's counting. Next, pre-driving checks. Look around. Is anything leaking? Do you have a flat tire? Are there nails or screws on the ground? I had a chance to drive a Trailblazer, tinted windows. A client let me use it, so I took it to the store to pick up some food. They had a nail in the rear tire. I told them, hey, you got a screw in your back tire. You don't pull out that screw because you have a flat tire. Speeding 10 or more over limit. I was consistent. Disobeys regulatory signs. Stay locked in. Stay focused. Let's continue. Safe driving behaviors. Automatically puts on seatbelt. When you get in the vehicle, I need to see you put on this seatbelt. If not, you're going to fail. Next, safe driving behavior. I need to see you maintain proper speed at all times. Neighborhood, Gratiot thoroughfare, I-94. Maintain safe following distance, minimum 3 seconds. You saw me always verifying my following distance. Identifies, understands to respond appropriately to traffic signs and signals. Stale green, pop-up yellows, instant reds. Understand different vehicle capabilities and effectively shares the road with road users. Effectively manages risk. Demonstrates the ability to select the gap without hesitating. Expressway, because this is a masterclass, you need to lock in. Expressway, I need to see you accelerate properly on a ramp. We're on the I-94 expressway. These ramps are short. You got to get up to speed, 4,000 RPM merge. Identifies and selects proper gap. Maintains proper speed and following distance, D-I-S-T-A-N-C-E. Slows down in the deacceleration lane, not the expressway. Drivers have errors. This causes rear-end collisions. Prepares to stop or merge into the flow of the traffic. You got to go. And you're in the street, you can't play. P-L-A-Y. Lane changes. Signals. Has the proper speed. Checks mirrors. I'm looking over shoulder. There are 4 blind spots. 1 in the front, 1 behind us, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. I just checked my blind spots. Slows down in the deacceleration lane and properly signals. I need you to subscribe to the channel. I have 24 years of experience. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. You're going to learn best practice. Bye.